All right, let's get over to another earnings report here after hours. Ford is out with its results. Brad Smith has got that for us. What are you seeing?
We're taking a look at Ford shares actually moving in reverse here, lower in after hours as the company is reporting earnings that actually beat on both the top and bottom line. EPS was expected to come in at about 40 cents based on the Bloomberg consensus estimates. Came in at 63 cents, and then revenue came in at $41.5 billion. That was versus the $36.28 billion there. So really interesting to see the activity here, still continuing to dive in on some of the numbers, but the company is reaffirming its cash flow, its free cash flow targets for this year of about $6 billion here. We do have in a statement from the Ford CEO, Jim Farley, saying bringing Ford Plus to life, zeroing in on what distinct customers need and value the most. Of course, remember, this is a company that is electrifying some of its most popular units, that being, of course, the Ford F-150 Lightning. You're also taking a look at some of the others that they are now reopening orders for, in the Mustang Mach-E as well. You got that news earlier today, as well as some pricing strategy that the company is moving forward with as they've reopened orders for Mustang Mach-E. Better EPA estimated ranges they were touting there with that announcement, and some lower pricing as well. So that's going to be particularly of note. And on that announcement, they had to say that they upgraded some of the Blue Cruise that's going to be rolling out for new and existing Mustang Mach-E owners. But getting back to some of the earnings numbers here and really trying to dive in on what particularly is moving shares lower here after hours, you got to wonder on one of the metrics that customers are continuing to look across in this broader kind of price war that has ensued within the EV landscape, if this is impacting margins. Of course, coming into this report, the gross margins were expected to come in at about 16.4% for Ford. And so I'm just continuing to look through, and ultimately we did see net income come in at about $1.8 billion. That's compared to a net loss in the 2022 period, and primarily kind of driven by a change in the company's investment in Rivian mark-to-market there, they're mentioning. But adjusted earnings before interest and taxes, or EBIT, that came in at about $3.4 billion. It's actually an increase of 45% and a margin of 8.1%. So just continuing to look through some of the line items here, but that is the top and bottom, as well as some of the context and color or the paint job around Ford right now.
All right, great job there, Brad. Again, the stock under just a bit of pressure here in after hours.